Alright, where are my keys? Let's go ahead and open these. We're open one at a time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all legendaries in one pile. Any like rares, mythics that are not legendary, that are not commanders, essentially, in a different pile. Foils that don't fit in those categories in a different pile, and everything else just kind of goes to the side. That's kind of it, to be honest. Maybe let me lift the camera just up slightly, I guess, because I'm opening. I'm like right here on the edge. What's up, Snow King? How you doing? We are doing some Magic the Gathering box openings real quick. So we got the standard. This is a draft box. Honestly, I personally kind of wish that they didn't make this a draft set, because I mean, like, if you're going to buy this, most people who are going to buy this play Commander, and are buying this for the Commander cards. They're not doing this to draft. So I don't know. I feel like they could have easily made this set even better than what it is if they just ignored the whole drafting period and just made it like basically like a collection set. Purchase it to grow your collection. I feel like that would have been a better move in my opinion. But it is what it is. It's still a pretty decent set by its own standards. How many packs does this come with again? I want to say it's like 20 something. 20 something packs. 24 packs, and each pack has 20 cards in it. So slightly. What's up, Sylvia? How you doing? I stated it earlier already, but I opened 2 boxes of this already on my own. I have a bunch of my cards just sitting on the floor. I still need to finish sorting through them. But we got 2 more boxes of Commander Legends to open right here on stream. So pretty excited. I'm still most of the cards that I actually wanted I didn't get. It was like I got all the good stuff that I didn't want or didn't need, but the stuff I actually wanted I didn't get. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So alright, let's go ahead and open a pack. Actually, that's what I meant to do. I meant to put on some background music. Let me put on some background music real quick. You're curious? Curious as to what? Like what I'm going to open or what I've opened so far? I can show you guys what I've opened so far. FYI, I don't play black. I think I've told you that before, Sylvia. I don't play black though, so it's like I'm pretty much just any black card. I'm just gonna sell immediately back to the stores and just get credit and buy singles for the cards that I actually want. Where is it? I think it's this one.
Far away, enchanted land that seemed untouched by the steady march of time, there lived a creature named Gohan.
All right.
Found a base
I don't know if that's
abandoned in
loud
the
enough.
wilderness of the region.
17.
Old Master raised the boy as his own child, and marveled as the youngster grew and became uncommonly strong.
All right. Hopefully that's
The boy, known
it's
as
loud enough for you guys.
Goku,
I don't want to be too loud for you guys,
has become the
but just, you know,
soul
something
of
to have in the background.
mystical possession, his Dragon Ball.
I don't want to be too distracting. Maybe lower just slightly more, I guess. Alright, I think that should be good. Alright. So I don't know how you guys want to do this. Yeah, you know I don't play black. There's so... Oh my god. There's this one commander... how far have you kept up with Commander Legend, Sylvia? There's this one commander that I am 100% gonna make, because it's just so cool. Where is he? Or she? find her real quick. It's a new Izzet commander I'm so excited for, cause she's so dope. When we pull a Vamp Tutor Agent, all right. I'm assuming that you're Terrell. That's Terrell, right? You're electric, Terrell. All right. Is this chick Zara? Actually, maybe I should flip my camera upside down. Okay, cool. So it looks upright. Can I do that? Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see, flip vertical? Alright, it's gonna look a little strange, but maybe this helps. I'll at least let you guys see the card better. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Hold on, it's gonna take a little finessing, but I have a better idea of how I can do this. Here, we're gonna do this. Where's the monitor? Why is it looking like that? Let's see. How would it put it? Reset transform. Okay. Let's do it like this. Whoops. That's not the right button. There we go. Do something like this. This is the chick that I'm so excited to make, because she's so cool. There we go. Zara Renegade Recruiter. She's a 5-drop Izzet commander, human pirate. So I have an excuse to actually make a pirate deck now. She has flying, a 4/3, and she says whenever Zara Renegade Pirate or Recruiter attacks, I look at the defending player's hand. I may put a creature card from among it onto the battlefield under my control, tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Then the creature goes back to their hand at the beginning of the next end step. So cool. So cool. So obviously cards like Telepathy are just going to be absolutely fantastic with Zara. I can just yoink whatever big creature or useful removal ETB creature or, you know, ETB trigger or no, attacking trigger creature you have in your hand and just take it for a turn. I just think it's so cool. It has flying, so it's more likely to survive every time it attacks. I think it's such a dope commander. And because it's pirates, I can utilize all those treasure cards. I can use cards like Mechanized Productions on my treasure as like an alternate win con. Where is it? Yeah, this card. Oops, I don't know why it's kind of off. There you go. Mechanized Productions. To be honest, IDK, why she's so low? She's very slept. Yeah, I feel like she's very slept on as well. I feel like there's a lot of cards in this set that are very slept on, to be honest. So I'm trying to, like, most of the cards in this set are like super like cheap in terms of pricing, and like I'm trying to yoink as many of them as quickly as possible before, like, you know, they become uber expensive in like 6 months or a year or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a very cool card. I feel like there's a lot of shenanigans. You know what's even better? When I have Zara, because you have the creature on my side. I have like my opponent's creature on my side of the field now. I can then use cards like where is it? What's the name? The Phyrexian Metamorph. I forgot it spell. I forgot his Phyrexian. Is it Metamorph? That like artifact creature that comes in as a. whatever. I can use clone effects. I can use clone effects on the creature I ripped from your hand to actually get a creature for that now. And there's a ton of clone effects that like clone for cheap. So it's, I feel like there's a lot of really cool low-key shenanigans that you can do with Zara. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for Krark as well. I have Krark. I pulled Krark earlier. I'm gonna make a Jeskai Krark deck. That's gonna be something. Let me pull up Krark for any of you who don't know Krark. Krark the Thumbless. What is with these? Why are these so all over the place? I don't know what's with these, there we go. Krark the Thumbless. Super cool card. It's so janky, but like, I feel like he can actually be low-key really good with the right type of cards. 2-drop, Goblin Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, return that spell to its owner's hand. If you win the flip, copy the spell and choose new targets for the copy. And he has partners, so I can add more colors to it. So I'm planning to make him like a Jeskai deck. I just feel like it'll be broken. Potentially. It could also whiff super hard, but I feel like it'll be a very glass cannon deck where it's just like you can never feel bad to losing to it because it's all up to chance. And I can never feel bad when losing by it either because it's all up to chance. Anyways, enough about it. Let's actually look at these packs. Alright. So, I don't know if I should just go for the rares. Yeah, let's just go for the rares. We have a lot of packs. We'll just go for the rares and stuff. Just for the good stuff. Alright, so first up is that pile. We got Rakshasa Debaser. I guess I will flip over upside down my webcam. There we go. I'll zoom in a bit too, actually. Make it easier for you guys. How's that? Hey. There we go. We got Raksha Debaser. I don't even bother reading the black cards at this point because I know I'm not going to play some Emoti, Celebrant, and Bounty. That's a legendary, so that's going to go to a different pile. We got Radiant Sarah Archangel. I'm trying to find a good angle. Is it backwards? What is that? Oh, help.
Give me support.
Whoops. Wait, what's backwards? Poor black cards. Alright. There's the foil, commanders, and the token. Token's just gonna go to the side. Wish I had a giant trash can for that later. Alright, so back of the pack. Alright. There's the token. We got a foil Armix Filigree Thrasher. The extended art foil. Kind of cool. Oh, you're saying the text is backwards. Gotcha. Hold on. I was wondering what you were talking about by it being backwards. Let me try this. There you go. Now the text should be correct. Hey, yeah. Okay, there we go. Looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna play it. Ah, we got another Chroma. I'm gonna lower this down a little bit. There we go. We got another Chroma. I have so many of these god dang Senger, the Dark Baron. I don't know if you know what this does, Terrell. I got this as a promo too, like one of the box toppers for buying the boxes. Says whenever another creature dies, put 2 1/1 counters on him. He has flying. Whenever another player loses the game, you gain life equal to that player's life total as the turn began. Kinda weird. Kinda wonky. Dun, dun. Oh, actually, wait, that's right. Legendary's over there. Yeah, Chroma. Basically, Chroma has flying, first strike, vigilance, trample. Beginning of each combat, onto end of turn, each creature you control, other creature you control, gets +1/+1 for each keyword they have, essentially. For the rare, we got Plague Reaver. 3-drop at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control. Discard 2 cards. Oh, I remember reading this. Discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver, choose target opponent. They get Plague Reaver, essentially. That's rough, man. So, essentially, if you don't want to kill all your creatures at the end of your turn...
Running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight?
Hey.
Because it never has.
Shut up. Yeah, so if you don't want to kill all your creatures at the end of your turn, you have to discard 2 cards and give it to somebody else. I think that's so cool. I think this is actually one of those like cards that's like a lot better than people give it credit for. Okay. That's it for that. Where'd my... Oh, there it is. There's the pile. Alright, there... Oh, I thought that was a foil token for a second. Alright, we got a foil Court Street Denizen. Whenever another white creature enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls. I think this is honestly not a bad card. It's a common. But it's honestly not bad. I feel like in some like white token decks, that can actually be pretty strong, potentially. We got Alana, Keswick Ranger. That's one of the partners. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2 mana. If you do... that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. It's okay. We got Thalis, Reverent Medium. There we go. Reverent Medium. Beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 spirit tokens with flying, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn. So you get like double tokens every turn. For the rare, we got Amph and Mutineer. It's basically Path to Exile, except they get a 4/3 Salamander token instead of a land. Alright. Next up, we have for the foil, Iona's Judgment, exile to a creature enchantment. Hey, another Zara. Perfect. Put that over there. We got Captain Vargas Wrath. Honestly, I don't think this guy's very good. It says whenever he attacks, pirates you control get +1/+1 on its end turn for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. Yeah, I mean, unless he himself is the commander, I don't think he's that great, to be honest. Unless you, I feel like this is only good if you're playing like a partner deck. I don't think any of the partners are pirates though. So you would have to make some sort of pirate deck using partners that are not pirates for this to actually be pretty good, in my opinion. And this would have to be in the 99. For the rare, wrong turn, target opponent against control of target creature. And let's go here. Token, we got Prismatic Piper. On the back, we got Foil Prying Eyes. Draw 4 cards, discard 2 cards. Alright, for first partner, we have Alharu, Solemn Ritualist. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target other creatures. Whenever a non-token creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it dies, create a 1/1 white spirit token with flying. We got another ghost. I have so many of these guys. Ramirez to Petro. I'm not gonna bother reading them. We got Promise of Tomorrow. 3-drop white enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile it. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no creatures, sacrifice Promise of Tomorrow and turn all cards exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control. So, pretty cool. And that's it for that. Malcolm and Drago have partner. Which one's Malcolm? I know Drago have a partner. Wait. Yeah, I don't know who Malco is. Okay, so foil, we got Ripscale Predator, that sucks. Alright, we got Averno, the Chaos Bloom. As you cascade, you may put a land card from among the exiled cards onto the battlefield tapped. So it's basically ramping while you cascade, which I think is kind of crazy. I'm actually making an Animar Cascade deck. FYI. Because so many of like the Cascade cards are creatures, and they tend to be like kind of big CMCs and stuff. I'm like, let's just make Animar, make them like, you know, 1 and 2 drop Cascade cards, and just cascade into a bunch of stuff. If I cascade into another creature, it makes Animar bigger. I'm like, this could actually be a pretty cool deck. So I'm thinking about making a Cascade Animar deck. This could be kind of cool. We got Rebek, Architect of Ascension, which in my opinion is basically just a white version of Padim. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. So potentially more broken, because if you play artifact creatures, then your artifact creatures just have protection from those CMCs, which can be kind of gross. For the rare, we got War Room, which I don't think is that great of a card. It's only good in like maybe mono white, maybe mono red too. It says pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity, draw a card, and you have to pay 3 mana and tap it. So you're essentially tapping 4 lands to draw a card, and you're paying life. I don't know. It's pretty bad in my opinion. And that thing's a rare. Kinda not good. There's the foil. Hey, we got Ketis. I actually like this card a lot. I think it's pretty cool. This is going in my my Zara deck, my pirate deck. It says whenever commander you control, as partner by the way, whenever commander you control deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent. So, kind of gross. This honestly might go in my Voltron Riel deck too. Because my Riel will sometimes just hit somebody for 14 damage. So if I have this in the deck, it'd be like, alright, I smacked you for 14 damage. The other 2 of you are also going to take 14 damage. Although it's not commander damage. It's still 14 damage. It's like, Jesus. A lot stronger than I think people are going to be giving it. Like, honestly, this is like one of those cards I feel like people are sleeping on, to be honest. It's almost like, it's basically like a 2-mana version of Saskia, in a way. We got Hamza, Guardian of Orashin as my other legendary. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. For the rare, hey, finally I got Horizon Stone. This is literally just Crewfix on a stick as an artifact. 5-drop artifact. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. It's literally Crewfix. God of Horizons or whatever it's called. Pretty good. Pretty good. This basically just made every deck that's not green-blue have access to Crewfix now, essentially. Which I think is pretty strong. Like, imagine all those combo decks that can create, like, infinite mana that are not green-blue. That could be strong. Or maybe not even infinite mana, but just an arbitrarily large number of mana. That can be strong. Ooh, I got a foil. This is my second foil Court of Grace. This is actually going to be strong in my mono white deck, my Heliod deck for sure. It's a 4-mana white enchantment. It says when it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. If you are the monarch, get a 4/4 white angel with flying instead. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's foil. Alright, I got a Lathiel the Bounteous Dawn. This is my second one as well. Or I have more of these at least. Lifelink at the beginning of each end step. If you gain life this turn, distribute up to that many +1/+1 counters among any number of other target creatures. So, in a way, it's basically... This is basically Heliod. This is a green-white version of Heliod. Except instead of doing it immediately upon each instance of life gain, it's... that amount of life, you gain that many counters spread across your creatures at the end of your turn. Pretty good. Pretty good, in my opinion. If you play green-white. I don't play green-white, though. Next legendary... Oh, wait. I forgot putting legendaries over here. We got Togo Goblin Weapons. I actually watched the Command Zone play with this. I thought the rocks were actually a lot better than I expected. The shenanigans you do with it. And I'm talking about, like, not chucking it. Like, if you play cards like Inspired Statuary to tap the rocks for mana, and of course there are cards that let you tap artifacts to do damage, or sack artifacts to do whatever effect. Actually a lot better than I expected, to be honest. So I might potentially finagle with this a little bit, test it in the waters. Pretty interesting. Turn on the music just slightly. Alright, oh, we got Quarter Bounty. It's basically Quarter Grace, except instead of getting tokens at your upkeep, you may put a land from your hand on the battlefield. If you're the monarch, you may put a creature card or land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, when you play it, you become the monarch. At your next upkeep, if you're still the monarch, you can slap any creature you want onto the field. Pretty gross, in my opinion. Alright. Next pack. Alright, the foil. Alright, so now we got Elena, Kesig Trapper. First strike, you can tap her, add an amount of red mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn, and she has partner. We got Tuya Bearclaw. Whenever Tuya attacks, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the greatest power among other creatures you control. We got Slash the Ranks. This is one of the cards I needed, so I'm glad I got it. Destroy all creatures and planeswalkers except for commanders. This is actually going to be really good for decks that play partners. Because it's not like those board wipes that say, like, oh, you blow up everything except one creature or something. It says everything except for commanders. So even the planeswalkers, like Jessica. I pulled a Jessica before as well. I think this is really good. I'm definitely gonna play with this quite a bit in my decks, for sure. And alright, that's it for that. Token. Oops, I just put this in the wrong pile. Foil. Alright. First partner, whenever a commander you control attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. It's a 2-drop. Honestly, I feel like this could be the type of card that might actually be a lot better than people give it credit for. Oh wait, actually it says whenever a commander you control attack. Okay, maybe not as much. I feel like this would only work with specific commanders then. Specific commanders that care about 1/1 counters. Or care about being big. We got Slurk, All Ingesting. I'm actually waiting for more Ooze cards to come out, because I feel like Oozes are actually pretty good. At least the ones that I've seen so far. Oozes are pretty good. He enters the battlefield with 5 1/1 counters on it. Whenever Slurk or another creature you control dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control that has a 1/1 counter on it. So, I feel like it could potentially be pretty good. Sat's Will. Choose one if you control commanders. You cast this spell. Choose both. Each opponent, first mode, each opponent sacrifices a creature they control with the greatest power. Second mode says exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards, then create X amount of 0/1 black throw tokens, where X is the greatest power among creatures exiled this way. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so that's it for that pack. I've only pulled one of the new dual lands in this set so far, the red-white one. I really need the red-blue one. So foil. Alright, we got another Drago, the Shipwrecker. As additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of artifacts and or creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way, and 2 less to cast for each other artifact or creature you sacrifice this turn. He has Trample, Partner, he's a 7/5 creature, and he costs 7 mana. I've seen some broken shit with this card. All you need is like one altar. What's it called? Alter the Brood or something, or Alter Dementia, whatever the one is. Like you get a mana of any color when you sack something. This is gross. As long as you've sacked 3 things that turn, you can use that mana. You can play this for 1 mana, sack itself, and now because it considers itself for the 2 less to cast for each other artifact or creature you sacrifice this turn. So you can just cast it infinitely and get, like, if you have any like cards that care about ETB triggers, like Battle Tremors or whatever it's called. Whenever you have a creature ETB, does 1 damage to each opponent. You just do like infinite damage. Kind of nuts. Crazy combos you can do with that. Much more than I expected. Gilrana, Caller of Wirewood. Add green mana. When you spend this mana to cast a spell with converted mana cost 6 or greater, draw a card. As partner, it's a 3-drop. Okay. Oh, look at that. We got it. I don't have to go buy it now. Hell yeah. I pulled a mana drain in one of my other boxes too. So now this is going straight into my Niv Mizzet deck. Phyrexian Altar, that's what it was. Yeah. Straight in my Niv Mizzet deck. No questions asked. I'm going to put a sleeve on this too. One of those. Yeah, just a sleeve. In case you don't know what this does. It's a 0-drop artifact, Jeweled Lotus. You can tap it and sacrifice Jeweled Lotus. Add 3 mana of any 1 color. Spend this mana only to cast your commander. So, this is going straight in my deck. I'm pulling this off to the side here. Alright, that's it for that pack. Alright. First partner. Glacian, Power Stone Engineer. Tap them, tap X, untapped artifacts control. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put 1 of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. As partner. Keskit, the Flesh Sculptor, 3-drop, Human Artificer. You can tap them, sacrifice 3 other artifacts and or creatures. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. As partner. Hey, we got another Blasphemous Act. I can always use more of those. Those go in practically every single one of my decks, so I will not complain about more copies. Another Prismatic Piper, random foil. Hey, Jared Carthalion, True Air. Sanaya colors. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent becomes the monarch. You can't become the monarch this turn. If damage will be dealt to Jared while you're the monarch, prevent that damage and put that many 1/1 counters on it. Pretty cool. We got Ryav, Master Smith. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, that creature gains double strike until end of turn. I feel like this could low-key actually be kind of gross, to be honest. Like even a simple like 2/2. If you give it like one of those like a super low drop equipments that give it like a creature +1/+1 and that's it. You know, like one of those like 1 or 2 drop artifacts that are equipments and all it does is give the creature +1/+1. Your commander just gives them double strike on top of that. So now your 2/2 becomes a 3/3 with double strike. That's actually pretty good. And that's just talking about like on a small scale too. I feel like it can actually be a lot better than people give it credit for. Hey, we got the commander's plate. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. Hell yeah. Equipped commander costs 3 mana. Equip to any other creature costs 5 mana. And it's a 1-drop. It's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna put the mythics right here. There we go. And these are all legendary, I believe. Yep. Random foil. Alright. We got Elegith, Crossroads Augor, has flying and partner. If you would scry a number of cards, draw that many cards instead. This can actually be broken. You just play cards like Preordain and whatnot, and is basically an ancestral recall. Instead of scry 2, draw a card, is draw 3 cards for 1 blue mana. Like this is gross. This can potentially be really gross. It's a 6 mana commander, but still, Jesus. It's partner too, so you can just give him more colors. Siani, Eye of the Storm. Flying, Siani, Eye of the Storm attack. Oh, whenever she attacks, scry X, where X is the number of attacking creatures with flying, and she has partner. Hey, I needed this card too. For my Cascade deck, my Animar Cascade deck. Sweet Gum Recluse has Flash, Cascade, and Reach. It's a 6-drop. Says, whenever it enters the battlefield, put 3 1/1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. I feel like this could actually go a little crazy in my Cascade deck. Because if I just end up cascading like a bunch of cards, this will give a bunch of creatures +1/+1. Plus, if my Animar came on the field the same turn, this could actually be pretty good. And just give it free counters. Alright, next pack. Random foil. Hey, I got another Krark the Thumbless. Arami of the Dead Tide. 3-drop. Tap it. Exile cards from your graveyard equal to the number of opponents you have. Target creature card in your graveyard gains Encore until end of turn. The Encore cost is equal to its mana cost. I feel like this could actually be a lot better than what it looks. As long as you have a bunch of cards in your deck that have ETB triggers or some sort of attack trigger, this could actually be pretty good. Pretty broken. They gain haste. They do gain haste. Actually, hell, it doesn't even have to be. Like, you can just put, like, cards with tap abilities, because they gain haste, and just tap them, like, immediately. Yeah, could actually be a lot better than what it looks like at first glance. Alright, we got Nightshade Harvester. Oh, I pulled, by the way, Terrell, I pulled, in my previous pack, one of the, what's it called? Where is it? I pulled that one black card that everybody wants. Opposition Agent. I pulled an Opposition Agent, by the way. If you want to trade or something for it. Just an FYI. Anyways. We got Nightshade Harvester, so 4-drop. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, that player loses 1 life, and you put a 1/1 counter on Nightshade Harvester. I actually think this could be a lot better than people make it out to be. Kind of just, it's a little bit of green hate in a way. That's not legendary. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, just low budget cards like this. Hero's Blade, 2-drop. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can just attach it. Like, this would be fantastic with that 2-drop Boros commander that gives equipped creatures when they attack double strike. This is broken in that deck. It's like if they just give this to a 2/2 creature, it becomes a 5/4 with double strike. Jesus. Running out of space to put my wrappers. Alright, we got Numa Draga Chieftain. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay XX. When you do, distribute X 1/1 counters among any number of target elves and has partner. Kind of bad in my opinion. We got Esior Ward Ring Familiar, 2-drop. Has flying and partner. Spells your opponent's cast that target 1 or more commanders you control cost 3 more to cast. I actually think this is not that bad, to be honest. It makes it way harder for people to actually like spot remove your commanders. Oh, finally got a Hull Breacher. Too bad I need more of these for like every single one of my decks. Has flash. It says if an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, instead you create a treasure token. So it's basically Smothering Tides, but better. Instead of asking you to pay 2 mana, I just straight up make it so you don't even draw the card, period, and I get this treasure token instead. Pretty gross. Pretty gross. This is going in like every single one of my Izzet decks because they all have like tons of wheels. This is gonna be nuts. Kind of oppressive and just crazy. Legit ramp for my deck. A legitimate way to help me ramp. Heck, you know what? This could be one of those cards where like you could play something like Blue Sun Zenith, target your opponent to let them draw 5 cards, but you have this on the field, so instead of drawing 5 cards, you gain 5 treasure. Or something like that. So you just basically ramp for a turn. You can do just crazy shenanigans like that. And then obviously if you wheel, they just discard their hand. They don't draw anything. And you just gain 21 treasure with a new hand. Obviously that's like a broken thing too. I can Dak Faden. I can have Dak Faden on the field, target my opponent to have them draw 2 and discard 2. But realistically, they just end up discarding 2 and I just gain 2 treasure. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay, next pack. This card's gonna be gross in my decks. Terrell will probably know. For people who played against my decks, this is gonna be broken. Why is it so loud? Okay, there we go. Random foil. Alright, we got Prava of the Steel Legion. As long as it's your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+4. You can pay 4 mana, create a 1/1 soldier token, and it has partner. Abomination of Llanowar, 3-drop, has Vigilance and Menace. Abomination's power and toughness are each equal to the number of elves you control plus the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Soul of Eternity. Soul of Eternity's power and toughness are each equal to your life total and has Encore for 9 mana. If you don't remember what Encore does, it says exile this card from your graveyard for each opponent. Create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn if able. They can haste, sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, next pack. Starting to get towards the bottom of the box. Keep pushing this. There we go. Token. We got a foil Opal Palace. Anara, Wolvid, Familiar, 4-drop, has partner. It says as long as it's your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. I think that can actually be pretty bonkers. Obviously, you're probably gonna have like a ton of board wipes in your deck. Just partner this with like white and some other color. Make it like maybe like Anaya or what's it called? Bant or something. Just put in board wipes. Your commanders have indestructible, and it's just like, alright. Hey, we got a Rograk, son of Rogga. First strike menace trample has partner. It's cost 0. It's a 0 mana commander. And has 0 power, 1 toughness. There's actually a lot more broken stuff with this card than I expected. Turns on all those cards that say you can cast them for free if you control your commander. Mox Amber now just becomes a Mox Ruby with this out. Pretty cool. It's actually a lot better than I expected, to be honest. I thought it was just one of those like janky type cards, but it's actually a lot better. Hey, Soulfire Eruption, another card I needed. 9-drop. Choose any number of target creatures, planeswalkers, and/or players. For each of them, exile top card of your library. Then it deals damage equal to that card's CMC to that permanent or player. You may play the exile cards until the end of your next turn. So that's another mythic. I think that was the only other mythic they pulled, right? I think so. Oh, by the way, Terrell, this card's actually pretty damn good in my opinion. Feast of Succession, 6-drop. All creatures get -4, -4 to end of turn. You become the Monarch. It's a board wipe, and you become the Monarch. Like, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to still be the Monarch next turn. It's a 6-drop, but I mean, like, chances are you'll be able to ramp into that pretty easily. I think it's cool. Granted, there's better board wipes, but board wipe plus Monarchy? That's pretty cool. Alright, random foil. Itch to Kick. Salvage Splicer, 5-drop. When it enters the battlefield, get a 3/3 Golem token. When an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on him and a 1/1 counter on each Golem you control. That's partner. We got Arden, Intrepid, Archaeologist. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of ores and/or equipment you control to target a permanent or player. That's partner. I actually think this is really cool because then you can play curses. To play this with more colors, you can play those like curses and whatnot, and a bunch of those enchantments that have like those tap down effects, like the blue tap down they don't untap during upkeep effects, and you can just kind of like shift them around. Each combat, like that's just nuts. I feel like this is one of those sleeper commanders that are actually really annoying to play against, but it's like so unique. I kind of like it, honestly. Like I kind of been looking for an excuse to play a bunch of those like enchantment aura type stuff, and I think this could be like one of those things, something that's not Zur, you know. Hey, finally, Justice Will. I also needed this. Choose one if you control commander. As you cast this, you can choose both modes. First mode says add red mana for each card in target opponent's hand. This is just, it's a 3-drop. As long as they have 4 or more cards in their hand, it ramps me. Second mode says exile top 3 cards of your library, may play them this turn. Like, this is such a good card. I don't know why it's not costing more. Alright, next pack. Foil Maelstrom Colossus. Alright, we got Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator flying. Whenever one or more pirates you control deal damage to your opponents, you create a treasure token for each opponent dealt damage as partner. It's actually a lot better. It's probably going on my pirate deck. I think I said this one already. I think I did. Armor Axe, Filigree Thrasher. Hey, finally, Root Weaver Druid. 3-drop. When ETBs, each opponent may search their library for up to 3 basic lands. They each put one of those cards on the battlefield tapped under my control, and the rest under their control. And then they shuffle their deck. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, that's it for that pack. Da, 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 down. What's up, Gluffison? And Crunch Chip. Oh, finally, I got this land. I can't tell you how badly I need this. I need more copies of this, so I'm still gonna have to end up buying some more, but at least finally have a copy. Ugh. Each of the dual lands in the set are continuations of the Battle Bond dual lands, where if you have 2 or more opponents, they just come in untapped. So, much needed this. So they just finished the cycle in this set. We have Jury, Master of the Revu. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Jury. When Jury dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So it's similar to that one. Is it still in Standard? I don't remember if it's still in Standard. I think I might have rotated out. That one red-black card that literally basically does the same exact thing. Oh no, it says like whenever it smacks somebody, it gets a counter. So I think it's just stronger. Like, yeah, I think that's a pretty good card. Just play Aristocrats, Rakdos Aristocrats. We have Marara, Thorn of the Glade. Whenever Marara or another elf you control dies, you may pay 1 mana and 1 life. If you do draw a card, it has partner. It's a 2-drop. So actually, I think it's not too bad. That's it for that pack. And we have 3 packs left for this box. Oh, that's actually... We got a foil commander. Brenolin, the Moon Kraken. When it ETBs or whenever you cast a spell with CMC 6 or greater, you may return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I think it's kind of bad, to be honest. Legendary. We got another Tormod. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, get a 2/2 token, a zombie token tapped as partner into 4-drop. We got Livio Orswan Sentinel, 2-drop. You can pay 2 mana, choose another target creature. Its controller may exile it with an Aegis counter. It's worth noting it says may exile it, so you can't target somebody else's creature and be like, it gets exiled. It's more like you target someone else's creature and you ask them, would you like it to be exiled? It's a 3 mana ability as well. Tap it. Return all exiled cards with Aegis counters on them to the battlefield under the partner's owner's control, and it has partner. Ooh, we got Staff Domination. Alright, that's it for that pack. 2 packs left for this box. We still got one more box left. Foil. Alright, we got another Nostro, Voice of the Crags, Jeskai. Tap, choose one. X is the number of spells you cast this turn. 3 modes. First mode says Scry X. Second mode says Nostro deals X damage to target creature. Third mode says you gain X life. Honestly, it's basically meant for a Storm deck, but I think it's pretty bad for a Storm deck. It doesn't actually let you Storm. It's just more like, if you've already Stormed, here's some cool effects. But it's like, if you Stormed, you probably already won with Storm. So it's like, I think it's just redundant. Nadier, Agent of the Duskanel. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, put 1 counter on Nadier. When Nadier leaves the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 Elf Warrior tokens equal to its power. As partner. Wheel of Misfortune. This card's more pricey than I expected it to be, and I think it's pretty bad, to be honest. Each player secretly chooses a number 0 or greater. Then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determine the highest and lowest numbers revealed this way. When Misfortune deals damage equal to the highest number to each player who chose that number. Each player who didn't choose the lowest number discards their hand and draws 7 cards. So basically, everyone chooses a number. Whoever picked the highest number takes that much damage. Whoever chose the lowest number, nothing happens to them. And then whoever's left in between, discards their hand and draws 7. So, interesting card. It's a fun jank card, that's what that is. Alright, last pack for this box. Another Prismatic Piper. Another Foil Immaculate Magistrate. I can tap and put a 1/1 counter on target creature for each elf I control. I got another Lysa, Shroud of Dusk. One of my friends is actually making this deck, and honestly, I feel like this is actually pretty good. Rather than pay 2 mana for each previous time you've cast a spell from the command zone this game, pay 2 life that many times. Has Flying and Lifelink, and she's a 5/5. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. So you can basically just make this like a Taxes deck. Not a Stacks deck, but a Taxes deck. Just Orzhov Taxes. And she's always guaranteed to cost 5 mana. At the very least. Because you just pay 2 life for the command tax instead. Or pay 2 life for each instance of command tax. So if she would cost 4 more for command tax, you just pay 4 life. Instead of 6 command tax, you pay 6 life. It's pretty good, to be honest. And you're almost guaranteed to get that life back because she has Flying and Lifelink, and she's a 5/5. So, and you're playing Orzhov, so you're more likely than not gonna get that life back anyway. So I think it's gonna be a pretty cool deck. Breaches, Brazen Plunderer, 4-drop Goblin Pirate, has Menace and Partner. Whenever one or more pirates you control whenever one or more pirates you control deal damage to your opponents, exile the top card of each of those opponents' libraries. You may play those cards this turn, and you may spend mana as though they're mana of any color to cast those spells. Pretty cool. It's basically a Grenzo, but with Partner, you know, in a sense. Hey, I got the Simic land now too. Perfect. Nope, that's it for that pack. Alright, so that's it for this box. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this fat stack of commons and uncommons in here, in that box. So we got some good pulls. Good pulls this box. We got a Jeweled Lotus, Commander's Plate. I got some of the lands. I got some of the cards I needed to. Pretty good so far. Let's put this box on the ground. Okay, oh, there's the box. Let me throw away all these pack wrappers. Put the foils over here. Yeah, well, no. There were more mythics, Terrell. Some of the mythics were the commanders. I just put all the commanders in one pile. That's the thing. If we're strictly talking about mythics, we had a few more. Remember, a chroma was one of them. I think that might have been the only one in this pile. A chroma. Yeah, so we got 4 mythics. We had 4 mythics this box. I don't really care about a chroma though. I mean, and she's just a commander. This is the mythic that are not commanders pile. That's what this is. And this is the rares that are not commanders pile. And this is just strictly a commander's pile. Where'd my keys go? There they are. Alright. Fresh new box. Should I start a new pile? Nah. We'll just go like this. Kind of just show off the collection as we go. There we go. Token. We got another Piper. Random foil. We got Neverall. Orborg Tyrant. 6-drop. Has hexproof from artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, which I think is just absolutely fucking broken. When Neverall enters the battlefield, get a 2/2 zombie token for each creature that died this turn. When Neverall dies, you may pay 1 mana. When you do, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. I'm fine with almost everything that he does except that first line of text. Hexproof from artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Just, I mean, at least he can be spot removed with like instants and sorceries. But Jesus. We got Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. As long as Oogway is tapped, he's not actually Oogway, I'm just calling him Oogway. As long as he's tapped, other permanents enter the battlefield tapped. As long as he's untapped, other permanents enter the battlefield untapped. Pretty simple. This just screams stacks. That's what this screams. And it's in Soul Tide. Another Immaculate Magistrate. That's it for that pack. I don't want to put this. Token, Piper, random foil, another Halana. I'm going to sleep. Good luck with the packs. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Sylvia. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good sleep. We got another Thalise. We got Coercive Recruiter, 5-drop, Orc Pirate. Whenever a recruiter or another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gets haste and becomes a pirate in addition to its other type. So, all those red sorceries that let you take one of your opponent's creatures for the turn, this is that on a stick. Every time he... Is it a he? Every time she or another pirate ETBs, you just steal creatures. It's probably going in my pirate deck. Alright, next pack. Random foil. We got another Zara. Hey, we got Obeka, Brute Chronologist. It's Grixis. It says Tapper. The player whose turn it is may end the turn. It's a lot more broken stuff you can do with this than meets the eye. What is it? That Sundial card? It's just that on a stick as a commander. We got another Nightshade Harvester. Next pack. This box should go a lot quicker since we should be getting more duplicates at this point. Random foil. We got Bell Borka, Spectral Sergeant. Note the CMC of each card as is exiled. Borka's power is equal to the greatest number noted for this turn. This turn. Oh, it's just that turn. Interesting. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. It sounds kind of bad, to be honest. Actually, this might be better than I expect because it has red. It's Boros, so you can play a bunch of those red cards that let you exile the top card of your deck and play it until the end of turn or end of your next turn. So this can actually be better than expected. We have another Rebecca. For the rare, we got Court of Cunning. I don't think I read this one yet. It's one of those court cards. So it's the blue version. When it ETBs, you become the monarch. Your upkeep, any number of players mill 2 cards. If you're still the monarch, though, during the upkeep, they mill 10 cards instead. So this is going straight in my Bruvac mill deck. Make it mill 20 cards. Turn 4. Seems good. Alright. Next up. Token. Ooh, we got another one of those extended foils. Livio, Osworn Sentinel. Oh, I read this one already. But yeah, it's foil extended art. Cool. Hey, this is new. Queen, Itinerant Meddler. You can tap them. Each player may draw a card. Then each player who drew a card this way gains 1 life. It's a 2-drop. We got another Toggo with rocks. We got Akroma's Will. It's one of those cards that if you choose one of the modes, but if you have your commander, you can do both. First mode says creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, and double strike until end of turn. Oh, it's an instant, by the way. Kind of important. Second mode says creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. Oh my god, this is gross. So if you control your commander, creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, double strike, lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Next pack, alright. Token, foil. We got another Krark the Thumbless. Another Hamza. Another Jessica's Will, thank God. Next pack. Bum ba-dum. Token, Prismatic Viper, random foil. Another Breaches, another Aloharu. Hey, we got another Simic Dual Land. Alright, next pack. It should be a lot faster. Token, random foil, another Kedis, another Hamza, Armored Sky Hunter, flying. Whenever it attacks with the top 6 cards of your library, you may put an aura equipment from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put on the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature control. The rest of those cards go on the bottom of your deck in a random order. It's actually pretty good for equipment decks. Pretty good. You get to basically like search, not search, but dig for was it auras and equipments, and just slap it on something quickly. It's pretty good. Next pack. Token, random foil, another Elena, another Tuya, Magus of the Order. I believe this completes the cycle of Magus cards. You can pay green, tap, and sacker, and another green creature. Search your library for a green creature card, put on the battlefield, and shuffle your library. Alright, that's it for that pack. Da-na-na-na. Alright, token, random foil. We got another Drago. We got another Galanra. We got Necrotic Hex. Each player sacrifices 6 creatures, then you get 6 tokens, 6 2/2 zombies tapped. Sounds pretty bad, to be honest. Alright, next pack. Token, random foil. We got Kelith again, Sklurk again, we got Raksha again. Next pack. Token. Ooh, we got a foil Court of Cunning. We got Brenelin, Captain Vargas, and another Plague Reaver. Next pack. Da-na. Token. Ooh, we got a foil Extended Our Breaches. That's kind of cool. We got Belb, Corrupted Observer. 2-drop. At the beginning of each player's post-combat main phase, that player adds 2 colorless for each of your opponents who lost life this turn. So this sounds like it can actually be pretty good. Another Ragra, Son of Raga. Port Razor. First mythic, I think, so far from this box. When it deals combat damage to a player, untap each of those creatures you control. After this combat phase, there's additional combat phase. Port Razor can't attack a player it has already attacked this turn. So, it's just trying to balance it so you don't get infinite attack steps. That's it for that pack. Token, random foil, Gore Muldrak, Amphimenologist. 3-drop Simic. You and permanents you control have protection from salamanders. At the beginning of your end step, each player who controls the fewest creatures creates a 4/3 blue salamander token. So it incentivizes them to smack each other with the salamanders while you have protection for them, which is kind of funny. Let's see, another Rayav, wrong turn again, and next pack. Token, random foil. Ooh, this is new. Nimrus Una's Trickster has flash, flying. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. It's a 5-drop. I'm not a big fan of it. but hey. Another Siani, Eye of the Storm. Hey, Emberwild Captain. I love this card so much. This is like another staple that's going in my decks. When it ETBs, you become the Monarch. Whenever an opponent attacks you while you're the Monarch, Emberwild Captain deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in their hand. This is 100% perfect and going in my Izzet decks because I become the Monarch. I like most of my strategies are burn anyway, so it's like, and you have to do combat damage to get them to steal the monarchy from me. So like this just guarantees people are just gonna get burnt from trying to steal the monarchy from me. I just love it. I just love it. I think it's so good. That's going on my Torbram deck, my Izzet deck. It's just going in everything. It's so good. All right, next pack. This with Torbran's just disgusting, by the way. Token, random foil. Got another Numa, another Essior. Hey, this is my second scroll rack that I pulled. So we got a scroll rack. I pulled a scroll rack in I pulled scroll rack and mana drain from my last two boxes. You should play Genshin Impact? I probably will in a bit, Mr. Crocy, if you don't mind just waiting a little bit. I'm almost done here. I'm a little bit more than halfway through this last box. I can jump on for a bit. After Genshin though, I'm definitely for sure gonna play a little bit of Overwatch too. We got another Thalys, a foil Thalys, another Prava. We got another Abomination. Ooh, Sphinx of the Second... Wait. Oh, this is a different pack. We got Sphinx of the Second Sun, though. It's like my third copy of it now. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you get an additional beginning phase after this phase. The beginning phase includes the untap, upkeep, and draw step. So essentially, you can just tap out on your main phase. It's so dumb, man. Yeah. So you tap out on your first main phase, do everything you want, go to combat, do combat stuff. Then you go to your second main phase, and then before you go to your second main phase, you untap everything, have another upkeep, and you draw again for your draw step. And then you go into your second main phase. This is disgusting. This is such a good card. And it's mono blue. Like, you don't have to play it in a Simic deck either. Alright, next pack. How many packs do I have left? There are 6 packs left in the box. 7 if you count the one I'm holding. Alright, token, random foil. We got another Arden, another Galanra, another War Room. Next pack. Random foil. We got another Glacian. Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty. I think this is actually a pretty cool card, to be honest. 5-drop, has Cascade, and says spells you cast with CMC 6 or more have Cascade. Sure. It's just a Cascade deck. Hey, another Horizon Stone. Perfect. Next pack. Alright, token, Prismatic Piper, random foil, another Jury, another Moira, another Promise of Tomorrow. Next pack. Yeah, this is going by pretty quickly now since we're just hitting, whatchamacallit. Duplicates. Alright, token, random foil, another Malcolm. Oh, this is the Malcolm that you're talking about. Gotcha. That's true. So you could do the Orc Pirate Drago with Malcolm. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's actually doable. Another Armix. Hey, Sakashima's Will. This is actually a pretty cool card, to be honest. If you control your commander, you use both modes. First mode, target opponent chooses a creature to control. You gain control of it. Second mode, choose a creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. This could actually be low-key broken in the right situations. Next pack. Alright, we're down to our last 3 packs. Alright, token, random foil, another Uguay. We got Kanji Sky Warden. 5-drop, has flying vigilant. Whenever it attacks, attacking creatures with flying get +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever it blocks, blocking creatures with flying get +0/+2 until end of turn. So, I mean, it's, yeah. Hey, we got another Sweet Gum Recluse. Alright, next pack. Token, random foil. Hey, Hans Eriksson. We actually pulled him this time. Whenever Eriksson attacks, reveal a top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped and attacking, defending player or planeswalker they control. Otherwise, put that card in your hand. When you put a creature card onto the battlefield this way, it fights Hans Eriksson. I saw a whole video about this card and like how like this card is just beautiful because it just fits the lore of Hans Eriksson perfectly. If you ever saw that card, it says like Akhan's Run. That's referring to him. We got another Tormod, another Blasphemous Act, and all right, that's it for that pack. All right, so we're on to the last pack. We got some pretty good shit already. So, I mean, we got the Jeweled Lotus, which is kind of the big daddy of the bunch so far. Alright, so, last but not least, we got the token. Move this. We got the random foil. Hey, we got another Sakashima of the Thousand Faces. I actually really like this card, to be honest. 4-drop, you may have Sakashima of the Thousand Faces ETB as a copy of another creature you control, except it has Sakashima's abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control and has partner. I just think that's so cool. To be honest, I would sell the Lotus now and get another one when it drops, which it will. No, I'm not gonna sell it. Honestly, I don't like, what's it at right now? Like 60? I think it's like 60 right now, right? I know the prices are a little different depending on where you're looking at. Some places are like still kind of high, like in the 80s, and some are like 60. I'm not planning to sell it. What I'm planning to do, 60, yeah. Okay. I feel like it's probably gonna hover in maybe the 50 to 60 range for a while, to be honest. At the very lowest, this would probably be like a $30 card. At the lowest, I think. But I don't think it's going to hit that for quite a good while. I feel like it's starting to hit that point where it's more or less slowing down. But regardless, I'm not going to sell this one. I'm going to keep this one. I'm just going to sell all these commons and uncommons back to like cool stuff. I'm just going to sell it for store credit, and then I'll just pick up whatever extra copies of cards I want. Like if I need another Lotus, I'll just use the credit to buy another Lotus, you know. I've opened 4 boxes worth of packs. Like I should easily be able to get enough credit to get whatever I want, you know. We got Nadir, Agent of Duskcanal. Have I read this one? Oh yeah, I've read this one already. So this is my other mythic. Court of Ambition. This is such a good card. I don't play black though. It's just like the other court cards. And when it eats beasts, become the monarch. At your upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card. If you're the monarch, they lose 6 life unless they discard 2 cards instead. So it just doubles it. It's just broken, man. Alright, that is it for the packs. Pretty cool stuff, if I say so myself. I'm pretty happy with my pulls. I think for the most part, I've pulled all, if not most of the cards I wanted.